Everyone fear the coronavirus is here. It's the Mario reporting info about the coronavirus. The coronavirus. 46,000 Americans had the coronavirus. And the coronavirus is the worst epidemic ever in history. It's spreading like wildfire. And when the coronavirus spreads, all someone has to do is stand within 3 feet of you, and you now have the coronavirus. The coronavirus is expected. One person with corona is going to affect 25 other people. So by the end of this week, we're going to have 20 million people with coronavirus. And by the end of this month, everyone in America will have the coronavirus. It's affecting babies. It's affecting your grandkids. It's affecting grandma. It's affecting your mom, your son, your daughter, your teenagers. It's affecting people at work. It's affecting businesses. It's affecting celebrities. Everyone is getting coronavirus. And with this report, I'm going to stop and leave because I'm going home because I don't want to catch the coronavirus. We should shut down the world because of coronavirus. My name is Demario Smith, and I want to get rid of some of the fear that we have around the coronavirus so we can go back to life. So the coronavirus might not be as scary as you think, but we're not giving the numbers. We're giving the fear. We're not giving facts. Like when the news present things, something we always know about the news, everybody knows this about media, that they'll tell you the truth from a certain point of view. We all know this. So why are we all of a sudden looking at the news and like, oh, what they're saying is 100% true. That's 100% accurate. They're telling me 100% of the truth, and they're not leaving anything out. And come on, really? And it's an election year too, so you know that there's a particular view behind it. But I'm not talking about the view behind it. I want to talk about the coronavirus a little bit. Yes, look at my oddly shaped head while I write these numbers on the board. We got 46,000 people in the United States that have it. 46,000 people. Now, the average American income is around $50,000. So a lot of us don't even make $40,000 a year. So when we see that number, that's a big number. That's a lot of people. But we forget that how many people live in America. We have 350 million people living in America. Yes, that's a 35 with 7 zeros behind it. Now, how many people know that this number right here is bigger than this number? So if you could see it, and just from how many the difference in the zeros, that this is less than 1% of people actually have it. And as a matter of fact, if you do the math, that's almost close to 1 out of every 90,000 people. So you'll have to interact with 90,000 people before you meet someone with the coronavirus. And you're like, okay, hopefully that eases a little bit of the scare of the coronavirus. But you still might be thinking, well, some people still got the coronavirus, and that's 1 out of 90,000 people. And 1 out of 90,000 people, I could still die. There was one person in my warehouse that had the corona disease. And what if I got it now? Let me add some more. Let me give you some more information to ease the scare. You want to know how many people are dying from the coronavirus disease? 3.9% from what I could find from research. 3.9% of people are dying from the coronavirus. So far in America, we've had 582 deaths. You see how really small that number is compared to this number and compared to how many people are living in the United States? So it's a small percentage of people dying. Most of these people are in poor health, already suffering from a chronic disease, and are older than 50. So that's the information that I could find. you want to know something about diseases and other things about people dying? Because some people will look at that and be like, 582, I don't want people to die. Well, people die just because it's a big amount of people in the world. Do you know 100,000 people die every single day just because they get old? Maybe you shouldn't get old. Do you know 2,000 people die a day from mosquitoes? Maybe you shouldn't go outside because mosquitoes are out there. Do you know that 400,000 people a year die from murders? You should avoid all humans because humans are killing each other. Shoot, there's a plague of humans killing each other. Do you know that 800,000 people, that's close to 1 million people, actually die from suicide? 800,000 people die from suicide. So 800,000 people actively choose to take their own life. In America, 70,000 people die from drug overdose. Here's a good one. 647,000 people in America die every single year from heart disease, from having poor health, just in general. So, I'm gonna even give you another one. If the numbers, if your brain isn't broken from me putting all these different numbers up on the board, 10% to 20% of people actually get the flu every single year in America. In 2017 to 2018, which was the only numbers I could find, 70,000 people died from the common cold, the flu, which we get it every single year. And the flu is something that you can go to work, you could see someone with it, someone could live it. If you got a house with 5 people in it, someone could have it in your house. And this happens every single year. And we're just 70,000 people still die from that, but we don't stop society, we don't close bars, we don't stop going to work. What we do is we'll sanitize behind the person and tell them to get treated, go to a doctor, or stay home. So with the coronavirus, we are freaking out big time over this. But I think the reason that we're freaking out big time over this is it's something that we're not paying that much attention to that's actually more important than all this coronavirus talk, is the fact that we are actually in poor health. I think a lot of us don't eat the right foods. So I don't think we eat the right foods. We don't exercise. If I be purposely honest with you, for the last 3 years, I lived off of Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell. I ate fast food straight for almost 3 years straight. I think we're not cooking food at home. We're eating more processed food. We're eating more junk food for dinner. There's what else? See, my phone ringing broke up my thoughts. We're eating more processed foods and junk foods. And even with, let me tell you what I was doing 3 years ago. I was around friends, wasn't making that much money, put in thousands of job applications, but still, I was working part-time. And still for 5 hours a day, because I was living with my friends, I was doing this. We all were sitting on the couch doing this for 5 hours a day. And we all put on probably at least 15 pounds that year from just sitting watching TV. And how many of us have that lifestyle where we sit and watch TV and we don't move around, we don't exercise? So we haven't been taking our health seriously. Because I think if we all had a strong immune system, a lot of these numbers, right, would just be gone. It wouldn't even be a big deal. The government will probably announce something like, well, 10 people got the coronavirus. So let's go on to other news. Right? Because most of the things that people are dying from every single year are things related to our health. So I'm going to put this on YouTube, and I'm going to put something in the description. I'm going to put a website called in the description. It's going to lead you to some good vitamins that you're going to buy. I'm going to start a whole YouTube channel, and I'm going to work on getting myself healthier. And as I get myself healthier and discover things about health, I'm going to post a video so it could benefit you too. So thank you for the time, and hopefully you'll get back to living life, and you won't, and this will take away some of the fear. Because like, if you're scared, right? If you're scared, that actually compromises your immune system. If you're in fear, stress, worry, anxiety, that all compromises your immune system. So you got to be happy during this time period. And guess what? We've gotten through other things before. Ebola. When Ebola was going around, 40% of people died from Ebola. We always get through the common flu. We've gotten through 9/11. We've gotten through power outages. We've gotten through tornadoes and hurricanes. We've gotten through earthquakes. And we've gotten through all this stuff, and we never stop living. So so we shouldn't stop living now. This is the Mario signing out.